Dr. Seth, I frequently hear, you know, a saying, functional is not the same as frictionless. And even from my perspective, having shown these systems over the years, when I dictate a voice note, I say things like period, paragraph, those types of words. And my wife is like, you're silly. But, what is the hidden cognitive tax of like these legacy dictation systems and, built on these old architectures? And how do we, you know, make sure that like that improvement's not overlooked when we're looking at a path forward?
Yeah, that's a great point. As I said earlier, I'm obsessed with design. I think it's part of some of the most important part of the product success, And when we look at, functional, I think there's a lot of technology and applications in radiology and broadly across healthcare that give you a myriad of options, and accessing them is challenging, and understanding what they are is challenging. And then, that's not the same as frictionless. More options doesn't mean a better product. Although we provide the full breadth of options and tools that you need to do your job, we really want to reduce some of the unnecessary tasks in that experience. We've heard from many customers and through demos about certain problems that they face every single day, that they haven't had a solution for in years. Basic things like they're downloading auto hotkey or some other specialty mouse they want to use, or some small thing that they feel that would improve their efficiency or improve their experience. Of different microphones, handsets, all sorts of small little iterations that can improve their process to make it a better experience for them to get the job done. So there is a real focus on at Radii of reducing the cognitive load of how the experience happens. So wherever we try to look at design, we try to make it intuitive. We try to go by the principles of reducing cognitive load, decreasing burnout. So that's the angle in which we look at a lot of the things that we're designing and bringing forward to the radiologists in areas where they can give us feedback. So we are lucky to have um, five internal radiologists that really give a ton of feedback and lead every part of are involved in every part of design and development in the company. And then we've got great customers and advisory board members that and rad advisors that really help bring the product along. So it's really focused towards what radiologists need in their day to day.
Absolutely. I remember talking to Doc and Dr. Jeff Chang, our co-founders, 7 years ago, and they were telling me about these personalized impressions and how the transformers. There was a paper shared. It was like cutting edge stuff. Um, I thought it was cool, but I didn't quite realize the importance from a radiologist perspective. How important is it to have these systems understand your voice and amplify your voice, not just like boilerplate text?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that's key in the entire process is the personalization aspect of it. Although we get lots of different questions and ideas around this, what we've seen is that the highest level of acceptance is with the personalization. We can create generic impressions, we can create generic reports, but that leads to radiologists having to make adjustments in which you lose your efficiency, you lose the benefit of decreasing the cognitive load when you're adding a different type of cognitive load. So I think personalization is key. We are lucky to have Jeff and Doc start this company before GPT. We've built now our seventh generation model of impression generations. So we've really dug into the machine learning space. We've been here for a long time, and we understand the technology to provide that benefit back. And I think it is really key to have that personalization layer because it does uh, influence the outcome of the product and the radiologist perception that they are providing judgment, they are providing care. It's not a boilerplate of, that they're rubber stamping. It is a process where a human really needs to be involved side by side and develop the report in the way that makes sense to their mind so that it goes out to the referring physicians. And we've done side by sides and seen that our product is out performs generic or non-personalized or even partially personalized open source models or commercially available models.